Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mr. President, thank you for convening this historic UN General Assembly meeting. I would also like to welcome His Excellency Mr. Riyad Malki, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Palestine. Dear friends, for so many times we came here and said that the Palestinians have the right to live like the rest of us. They have the right to be free and secure. They have the right to be prosperous. And they have the right to enjoy what is their own. Yet, our wars couldn't make a change. The illegal occupation continues, and Palestinians cannot enjoy their basic rights. Generations of Palestinians are subject to systematic violence and discrimination. Today's vote is important to remind that the Palestinians are not alone. This vote is important to show that Palestinian cause is still our cause. Therefore, today we will speak up for justice and peace. Today, we will speak up for Al-Quds, Jerusalem, the city of three divine faiths. We will show that different ethnicities and religions can coexist in peace in Palestine. Excellencies, dear friends, the Palestinians have the right to their own state based on 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital. This is the main parameter and only hope for a just and lasting peace in the region. However, the recent decision of a UN member state to recognize Jerusalem or Al-Quds as the capital of Israel violates the international law, including all relevant UN resolutions. This decision is an outrageous assault to all universal values. As the Summit Chair of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, we convened an extraordinary summit in Istanbul on December 13. The OIC, as the world's second largest intergovernmental body, unanimously rejected the decision as null and void, consistent with the UN Security Resolution 476, which censored in the strongest terms a similar decision taken by the Israeli parliament in 1980. The OIC also declared East Jerusalem as the capital of the state of Palestine. Mr. President, Excellencies, friends, Al-Quds, Jerusalem is a holy city for all three monotheistic religions. It is the responsibility of entire humanity to preserve its historic status. Unilateral decisions on its status threaten the multi-ethnic and multicultural fabric of the city. Such steps undermine prospects for a just and lasting peace in the Middle East. They hinder the vision for a two-state solution. Regrettably, the Security Council failed to deliver on its responsibilities once again through the use of veto power. Now, the duty falls upon the UN General Assembly to bring justice. Excellencies, dear friends, before this meeting, a UN member state threatened all the other members. We were all asked to vote no or face the consequences. Some are even threatened with the development aid cut. Such an attitude is unacceptable. This is bullying, and this chamber will not bow to do that. It is unethical to think that the votes and dignity of member states are for sale. Let me put it in this way. We will not be intimidated. You can be strong, but this doesn't make you right. Mr. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, this is a critical moment in history. A vote in favor of the Palestinian people today will place us on the right side of the history. We did it before when we granted Palestine the status of non-member observer state at the UN back in 2012. It is our sincere hope that this vote will pave the way for much-needed peace and justice in the Middle East. Turkey, as the co-chair of OIC Summit, co-tabled the resolution along with Yemen. Also, together with the Arab League, we requested the President of the General Assembly to convene this emergency special session. I would like to conclude on behalf of the entire Turkish nation that Turkey will never let Al-Quds down. The Palestinian people will never be left alone. World is bigger than five. Thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the distinguished representative of Turkey, His Excellency the Minister for Foreign Affairs. I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of the United States.
Thank you, Mr. President. It is shameful for the United Nations that I must stand before you today. It is shameful that this meeting is even taking place. Jerusalem is the holiest place on earth for the Jewish people. It is the capital of the state of Israel, period. It is a fact that simply cannot be disputed. King David declared Jerusalem the city of the Jewish people 3,000 years ago. The Jewish Bible mentions Jerusalem 660 times. Our prayers recall Jerusalem's holy name over and over again. As our Prime Minister, the first Prime Minister, David Ben-Gurion, said, and I quote, "Jerusalem is an inseparable part of the history of Israel, of the faith of Israel." I am holding an original coin. It's from 67 AD. It says in Hebrew, and I quote, "Freedom of Zion." Look in the envelope in front of you. You will see you have a replica of the coin. It is clear evidence from the time of our Second Temple. It proves the ancient connection of Jews to Jerusalem. Our bond to Jerusalem is unbreakable. No UNESCO declaration, no empty speeches, no General Assembly resolution will ever drive us from Jerusalem. These are the facts this body does not want to hear. These are the facts this body wishes to ignore. So today, I will tell you about another unbreakable bond. The unbreakable bond of hypocrisy between the Palestinians and the United Nations. Some have cautioned that the United States' decision is one-sided and harmful to peace. The opposite is true. It is the one-sided steps of the Palestinians and the UN that have pushed away peace for years.